Hi everybody, and welcome to our live event. This live event is for our drum motors today. We appreciate you viewing. My name is Barry Miller. I am the director of our conveyor and sales solutions, and I am coming to you live from sunny Wilmington, North Carolina, home of the drum motor. All right, so let's get with the program. All right, so the agenda for today. A very fun-filled and information-packed day here. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Interroll Group, all right? Who we are, what we do, kind of our future and our vision down the road. Then certainly we're going to come to the meat. We're going to talk about the drum motor, right? This is why you're here, to learn about the drum motor from our experts. Our experts are going to cover, a general overview of the product line for the drum motor. We're going to talk about the benefits of using the drum motor. Then we're going to go over the applications, the synchronous motor and asynchronous motor. And then I've got a little surprise at the end, a little something I slid in at the end that I find to be very exciting about this product line. And then, like I just mentioned, we're going to end the day with the question and answer portion of the event. And again, feel free to start asking questions as soon as they come to your mind, and we will get to them at the end. All right, so who do I have joining me today? Boy, I'm really excited. I've got some good ones here today, folks. Justin Brown, who is our drum motor sales manager for the USA. I think Justin has 6 years of experience with Interroll, maybe even longer in the drum motor segment. We'll let him talk about that later in the day. And then also Stephen Forbes. I know Steve has been with Interroll for quite a long time. The guy seems to know these motors inside and out. Such a wealth of knowledge, and so happy to have him to join me later in this event. All right, so let me get through our Interroll things so we can jump right into the exciting drum motor information. So as you all know, Interroll is a global company. It was founded in 1959 in Germany. We are headquartered in Switzerland. We have approximately 2,300 employees, give or take one or two, I'm sure, with 35 companies and 16 main factories. All right, the important key here in the map that you see in front of you is that we do have facilities all over the world. Okay, so let's focus a little bit more specifically here in the U.S. All right, so we do have a facility in Hiram, Georgia, which just is west of Atlanta. I think everybody knows of Atlanta, or you've flown through Atlanta Airport. It's one of the busiest ones in the U.S., if not the world. And this Hiram facility is the USA manufacturing and sales headquarters. It is also home to our MCP, our MPP, our sortation, and also dynamic storage platforms and solutions. So a lot of exciting things are being built in Hiram, Georgia. Not to mention, it is our newer facilities that we've produced and manufactured here in the U.S. We also have our location in Canyon City, Colorado. Canyon City is home to our Interroll belt curve. It is also the center of excellence for the belt curve as well. Now, like I mentioned, I'm here in sunny North Carolina, Wilmington, just right outside the beach. Very, very pretty city. Coming here, you're going to find our rollers, our roller drives, our drum motors, which we're going to talk about here next. And then also you're going to find our drive control platform and products. Now we really need to get to the drum motor part. So what I want to do is I kind of want to kick things off with a short video here, and I'm going to bring on our first expert and let him tell you the exciting things about the Interroll drum motor. Okay, so like I promised, I've got our first expert here up with me. This is Justin Brown. And Justin, how's it going today?
Pretty good. About yourself, Barry?
Oh, fantastic. Anytime I can get to Wilmington, North Carolina, it's a good time, right? It's really nice and warm, and I went out to the beach the other night, and such a great view. So it's a great city, great town. So I'll tell you what you tell these fine folks a little bit about yourself, Justin.
So I've been with Interroll for about 6 years overall, and in the industry for about 10 years. Recently came back to Interroll to help form the dream team with myself, Steve Forbes, and Alicia Roberts. Between the three of us, we have about 30 years of experience. So we're excited to really work to improve customer service and all functions of drum motors here in America, and we're growing and we're having a good time doing it.
Oh, that's all that matters there. As long as you're having fun and you're working with people, a great team behind you and support. I know you guys all work well together, and that's great, and that really reflects into that trickles down to our customers and stuff. So that's great. But I guess my question for you, Justin, before I let you take over here is, I know you've been with Interroll for quite a while, and I guess what about the product gets you excited, gets your blood pumping in the morning? Like I'm going to work, I'm happy. What does that for you? What gets your crank going?
Well, besides the dream team, I think it is our Synchronous units that Steve Forbes will dive into here later. The flexibility with those and the dynamic abilities of them and the ease to make them in the U.S. here now is really what we're leaning into and where we see the market going.
Well, that is exciting stuff, and I like how you call it the dream team. I like that's an old Olympic reference there. With the Olympics just being over, that's a good reference. So I like that.
Exactly.
All right, Justin. I tell you what, I've held these people up long enough. I'm sure they came here to listen to all the good stuff that you and Steve have to say. So I'm going to hand it over to you and let you talk about the drum motor.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So as Barry said, I'm Justin Brown. I'm the drum motor sales manager out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the story of Interroll Drum Motors and the benefits of using Interroll Drum Motors. So we are the largest manufacturer of drum motors globally. We make about 80,000 units per year, have over 60 years of experience making electric motors, and every single motor we produce is maintenance free. We've evolved to make the most energy efficient units, conveyor drives on the market, and we are also offering asynchronous and synchronous technology depending on the application needs. So I'm going to show you a quick video showing kind of our assembly process and capabilities, and then we'll dive right into the benefits and some of the different applications.
inspired by efficiency. Interroll.
All right, so awesome video there. I would like to take credit for it, but we have a fantastic marketing team. So let's dive into why you should use a drum motor. So I'd say one of the largest reasons is the hygienic design. Like I said, all of our stainless units are IP69 rated, so they can handle intense washdown and harsh chemicals. They're space saving, so the motors do sit down inside the frame, as you can see here. So that enables you to be able to put conveyors side by side and give your plant a lot cleaner flow and look. Safety, there's no external moving parts or pinch points, so a lot safer for your employees. No maintenance. Every single unit we produce is completely maintenance free. Basically what we do is we fill the drum with about a third of oil. So while the drum turns, it keeps all those components in a constant oil bath. So you can literally set it and forget it. You don't have to worry about any maintenance. Easy installation. 4 bolts is all it takes to install a drum motor. Very quick and easy installation. So these are some of the most popular applications for drum motors. Food processing is huge for us, obviously due to the hygienic advantage. Packaging is where our dynamic synchronous motors really shine. X-ray security is probably the biggest use for our DL models, and I believe airports were the first application to use a drum motor. It's a fun little fact to slid in there. Automotive and manufacturing, the durability of the Interroll drum motor really shines here. Express and parcel, these are applications we've been in and performing well in for many years. Right, so you can see here the biggest competition to the drum motor. So what you got is a electric motor and gearbox transmitting power through a right angle shaft to a hollow shell. So the drum motor is a lot more energy efficient than this, because you're not losing all that power through the right angle shaft or transmitting power directly to the belt. And you can also see there on the right the simplicity of the drum motor design and install. Set it right down inside the conveyor frame there, wrap the belt around 180 degrees, you're good to go. You can also see to the right there all the parts that you're eliminating during this install and during your process. You're getting rid of extra shafts, couplings, bearings, not to mention drip pans and extra guarding as well. So you can see here when these type of the motor and gearbox are left to the elements, obviously not a very hygienic state. You wouldn't see this with one of our stainless drum motors. So Interroll drum motors are also more hygienic than other drum motor brands that utilize bolt-on housings. You can see on the left there, the smooth surface is a lot easier to clean. You're not trying to wash around bolts, especially with these bolts protruding, they're very common to bacterial buildup. So not good when you got the USDA on your back. So let's talk about why a drum motor is safe. So as I mentioned earlier, the motor sits completely down inside the frame. So you have no external moving parts or pinch points. And the design also allows personnel to work closely to the conveyor frame. So on the left there, you can see where the heat dissipates onto the center of the shell there. And on the right is the heat buildup of a motor and gearbox, which would be hanging off the side of your conveyor where it could burn an employee. So obviously a lot safer there. Here you can see some retrofits we've done in the past. On the top is a motor and gearbox setup. On the bottom there, you'll see where we changed it out for a drum motor. So you can easily see all the parts that we eliminated there and a much cleaner and safer design of the drum motor. So like I mentioned before, drum motors are very easy to install. You can kind of see the one sitting here in front of me, how it just sits down in the bracket here. Literally 4 bolts to sit inside. A lot of OEMs will cut shafts for the slots to make it even easier, or if we're retrofitting from another motor, we can provide brackets to make that easier. But again, you can see the 4 bolts on the motor there, 4 bolts on the idler, and then on the right you have all the components required with a motor and gearbox install. So a lot simpler design. All right. One of the most exciting things we have going on with our new technology is our oil-free units. So for applications where oil contamination is a very big no-no, we are starting to replace a lot of units with these oil-free drum motors. So they do have to be synchronous motors due to the heat buildup, which Steve Forbes will dive into the synchronous motors in the next portion. But we can do it from 80 millimeter to 138 millimeter. And if you'd like to try one out, let us know. All right, another new design that we are excited about is the shaft plug. So one of the most common repairs we see here at the repair center in Wilmington is, just a nicked cable, or someone has damaged the cable in some way. So it's a shame to have to pull the motor out, bring it into us to repair, and go through the hassle of that. So we've developed a shaft plug that you can keep. You can keep a few in stock, and if you do get a nicked cable, you can easily pull out the damaged cable, replace it with a shaft plug, and be back up and running in minutes. So this is something our repair guys are very excited about too. Lighten their load a little. So jumped the gun a little bit there, but that actually ends my portion of the presentation. Barry Miller is going to bring on Steve Forbes to talk to you about synchronous motors. And I'm going to leave you with a video showing just how hygienic our motors are in certain applications. I appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Processing 30 tons of fresh salmon each day, and even 60 tons during peak periods, to create a wide variety of fine foods, the production facility relies heavily on state-of-the-art conveyor technology. From filleting and portioning to final packaging, Interroll drum motors and conveyor rollers are designed to deliver maximum productivity. Fully integrated into the new processing lines, the sensorless synchronous drum motors ensure reliable and seamless operations, even when using 90-degree transfers. All start-stop movements are performed with pinpoint accuracy, and the rubber lagging ensures positive drive for slip-free power transmission. Servicing couldn't be easier. Belts can be replaced quickly and efficiently by means of a special quick release and tensioning device. During filleting, Interroll's energy-efficient drum motors prove their worth as endurance runners. Designed as compact energy-saving units in stainless steel, they are responsible for driving the modular conveyor belts and are fully compliant with the latest hygiene standards. The processing systems have to be cleaned thoroughly several times a day, and Interroll drum motors play a key role in this process. Thanks to their superior design, they are suitable for fast and efficient water jet cleaning.
All right, what a neat little video. I tell you what, Steve, what I see from these videos that we've showed so far is, it's just not the drum motor is just not for a belt drive. I mean, we have a lot of different solutions. I've seen some, what they call that, plastic chain belting. The modular belting and such, which again just shows the versatility of the drum motor. So, okay, well, again, guys, that was we wrapped up with Justin, and he did a great job telling us about the drum motor. Now I'm joined by Steve Forbes. So, Steve, thanks for coming on with me and talking about these motors. So let's tell everybody a little bit about Steve.
All right. So thank you, Barry. My name is Steve Forbes, and I have the privilege of being the drum motor product manager here for Interroll. I have about 11 years experience with Interroll, and I have about 14 years experience in the industry. So over the years, I've got to meet a lot of great people and see a lot of interesting applications, and I learned a lot, and hopefully continue to keep learning.
Well, sure, that's good stuff. So you've been with the company for a decent amount of time as well. So you and Justin both, with almost 20 years of combined experience, that's a lot of years. And I know he mentioned the dream team thing, so that's a great that you're part of that, right? So, but I'll ask you the same thing I asked Justin. He's excited when he comes in because of the drum motor for one reason, but what gets Steve's blood pumping to come in every morning and work with the drum motor?
For me, it's all about customer service. I really enjoy coming in and seeing people with different applications, or seeing people with problems or challenges or opportunities for solutions, being able to work with them to get the information and come up with a great proven solution, one of our Interroll solutions for them. And every day is something different, something interesting, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, and we do that here. I mean, we strive for that here at Interroll, is to 100% customer satisfaction, and so I think everybody can appreciate that. But okay, Steve, again, enough from me. Let's dive back into the details of the drum motor. I'll let you take center stage here, and I'm going to go back over here and learn some more.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, so again, thanks everybody for being here today. It's a wonderful day here at the beach, coastal North Carolina, and it's always a fantastic day when we get to talk about our synchronous drum motors. So the synchronous drum motor is a very fantastic, interesting, newer technology that has a lot of key features and functions. One of the most important key benefits to the synchronous drum motor technology is that they really are the strongest on the market. We're able to fit a lot more power into a smaller diameter due to the permanent magnet technology. For example, we can look at this 80 millimeter drum motor that we have right here. On our standard traditional asynchronous setup, we really can only fit about 140 watts inside of the diameter of the shell. With the synchronous technology, we can get up to 550 watts inside of it, so that's a considerable amount more. Another benefit is the precise speed control and accurate positioning capabilities that the permanent magnet provides, and that's exceptionally, especially beneficial to applications like meat slicing, where it's very important to have exact positioning and controllability. Another benefit is the ability for the motor to have very high or very fast acceleration and deceleration times, along with the ability to have a lot of rapid starts and stops, and that's without the byproduct of heat buildup that sometimes you can get with the asynchronous type setup. One of the challenges that we sometimes hear our customers talk about or call us to try to get help with is stocking spares. So obviously, if you have a large production plant that has a lot of different kind of conveyors that will require different type of horsepowers and speeds to run them, that will result in a lot of different type of variations of drum motors to keep in stock. Well, with the synchronous technology and the ability to fit a lot of power into a small diameter shell and the ability to have a wide speed range, the asynchronous motor can operate between 200 hertz, where your standard asynchronous drum motors are going to be in your, let's say, 20 to 60 to 70 hertz range. One configuration or one variant of synchronous drum motor can accommodate a wide range and a larger number of different applications and different conveyors, so you can keep less different variants of drum motors in stock. So I know to all you purchasing guys, that will sound like music to your ears, because we're talking about less inventory, less different part numbers to keep in stock. So as we mentioned before, synchronous drum motors are very dynamic. And as you see here in this video, I apologize if the video, it may or may not look kind of blurry, but if you focus on the Interroll logo that's on the shell of the pulley, you'll be able to get a sense of the dynamic operation that we're demonstrating here. So due to the lighter weight permanent magnet design and the ability to have short acceleration, deceleration times, you can see that this Synchronous drum motor has no problem having rapid acceleration, deceleration, start stops, and constant direction changes without having mechanical lag or having a lot of heat build up. So if you have a very high dynamic application where indexing or positioning is key, then the Interroll synchronous drum motor really is going to be your best option by far. As Justin mentioned a little earlier, some of the different industries that we're in. As you can see here, we have just a number of our key partners that have proven Interroll solutions with our drum motors in a variety of different industries. And shown above, some of those industries include, but are not limited to, food processing, packaging, X-ray and security, which is like your airports, and automotive and manufacturing, which could include like your wheel alignment machines and stuff. So there's a large number of different markets that we service, and being that all these drum motors are custom built per application, we have many different configurations, different lengths, different speeds, different horsepowers, different shell configurations to accommodate a wide range of different kind of belting, whether it be profiled thick wall stainless shells, profiled lagging, or sprockets, or your traditional friction drive belts. We'll have a solution for you. So what we'll do now is we'll bring Barry back, and we'll highlight some of the key features and subjects that we've covered so far.
All right.
Thank you, Barry.
Boy, Steve, truly best in class stuff right there. I mean, Interroll is just really set forward to put down such a great product.
It's globally consistent and globally available.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I guess as we get to the end of our event here, Steve, let's just kind of sum up, or let's have you sum up this drum motor platform for everybody here with some key points.
All right. Well, if you have an application where you need any of these things, or any one thing in particular, so far as small space-saving compact design, or maintenance-free, or easy installation, or high dynamic, or something that you're trying to get the most hygienic as possible, like in your food processing, I mean, the Interroll drum motor really is the choice to go with by far.
I totally agree, and I've learned a lot today myself from you guys. So a lot of great information. But I did say earlier in this program I was going to sneak something in, right? So, I'm going to go back to this Industry 4.0 stuff, this digitalization, and the long-term thinking that Interroll's done here with the drum motor, right, is how can we get better with Industry 4.0? And what we've done, or where we're going with this drum motor, and it should be available in the U.S. at a later date, but is we've actually come up with a device that has an RFID tag reader in it, and we put the RFID tag inside the shaft of the drum motor, and between a QR code that's laser etched in the end housing or cap here, you can actually send the information from this drum motor to your cell phone.
Yep, that's right. And it'd be especially beneficial to your plants that have a large number of conveyors, that have a lot of different conveyors operating at one time. And so it really helps with keeping up with preventative maintenance and scheduling other kinds of maintenance that may be with the the drum motor, or we specifically have maintenance with the drum motor, but if they, sometimes customers like to try to be preventative and want to change motors out, even if they're not failed or anything, just to try to prevent a down situation.
Yeah, and again, some more long-term thinking there is we're actually, I would almost consider it to be predictable maintenance, right? Because obviously we say these are good for approximately 25,000 operating hours, let's say, right? So if you're actually monitoring the usage of this motor, you can best guess when you need to possibly have it serviced, or when you might need to replace it.
Or different applications. Suppose you have an application where it's very harsh and there's maybe a lot of impact loading, and it's just, there's nothing you knew about it. That's just the way it is. And you've discovered that, your motors may need to be replaced after a certain amount of time. That will help you keep track of that.
Great, good stuff. Well, I tell you what, Steve, what I've done here is that wonderful marketing team that Justin talked about. Well, they've done it again with a great video for this RFID reader. So I'm going to play that real quick to show everybody a lot more detail on what we have going on with that, and then we'll come back with some questions and answers. All right, Steve. Such a powerful tool, I think. So I'll be really excited to see that when we launch that here in the U.S. I know that we're really close to doing that. So again, if you guys want more information on this, feel free to reach out to one of these experts and also your regional sales manager on the availability of this or when it will be available here in the U.S. Okay, so I think we've came to the end of our event here, where we're going to do a little bit of questions and answers. So I've got the expert with me, Steve. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through these questions here. Of course, I'm not going to tackle them. We've got the expert here. I don't need to get in the middle of that. So we're going to get right into it. Again, everybody, if you still have a question, you're not late, go ahead and ask that question, and hopefully we can work it in before we have to end this event. All right, so question number one, Steve. Are these motors VFD duty?
Yes, so all of our three-phase drum motors do have VFD duty safe installation class. So for our asynchronous motors, we do recommend to use a VFD so you can ramp your starts and stops. You can use it to control your thermal protection overload. And it's just, it will prolong the life of the motor, not only give you more controllability of it. For our synchronous motors, they do require the proper VFD to run it. So you get all the your normal benefits of having a VFD, but that permanent magnet technology does need a VFD to be able to control it.
Sure, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, it looks like that's no problem at all. All right, question number two. Are these units repairable?
Yes, they are. All of our industrial series motors, so all of our DM platform motors are all repairable. And we actually have a really nice in-house repair center that we're constantly improving and working on. And we strive to have the fastest turnaround times for repairs as possible. And we use all factory new parts on our repairs, and we also put a warranty on all of our repairs. Oh,
nice. Okay, so anytime that there's an issue, they can certainly reach out to the same dream team here and see what your options are for repair. All right, question number three. Are the drum motors hermetically sealed in a food-grade oil bath for applications requiring daily high-pressure washdown and acid or alkaline power washings? So that's a pretty good question.
Yeah. So all of our drum motors are hermetically sealed. Our stainless steel drum motors are an IP69 rating, so they all are rated for quite a bit of good washdown. And all of our materials that our seals are made out of are resistant to all your standard cleaning solutions and chemicals that you're going to have on all your standard food processing plants and things like that. So they do have an oil bath inside. They're roughly about a third filled up, and we do have mineral oil and synthetic food grade options oil. So all of our stainless motors come standard with the food grade oil.
Oh, great. So, yeah, so it sounds like to me, if they're IP69K, right, like you said, I mean, that's high pressure. I mean, that's you know, however clean you want to get them, right?
Yep.
So, okay, good stuff. All right, we'll keep asking questions. You guys are doing a good job. We're going to keep answering them until we get shut off here. So, Steve, we'll roll right into the next one. Do you offer on-site training and support?
Absolutely. So we have a number of people. So any of your normal outside sales managers or Justin or myself, we do offer on-site training support for our distributors, for our OEMs, and for our end users. And we actually do that pretty often. And we accompany a lot of our OEMs and distributors along with to the actual end user site to give training support and installation support on all of our drum motors.
All right. Okay, to the next one. All right, here we got a good question. And I've seen this pop up before too. The question is, are these made in the USA? Now, a lot of people think we're a global company and a lot of stuff is made in Europe and then sent over here. But, you know, do we make these here in the USA?
Our priority is to produce as many motors here in the U.S. as we can. The vast majority of our motors are all produced here in Wilmington, right here in this facility. And the only time we really try to utilize anything out of Germany is, or one of our other production plants, is if it's a special configuration that's specific to their market, or let's say if it's a motor that's specific to an OEM that may be in Europe who built some equipment and brought it over, and it may be a feature that just we don't predominantly build here, we might utilize one of our other production facilities, but by far we like to build them right here in the U.S.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, right? I mean, if we've got a special motor that has been made in Europe and they've already made it a couple of times, and you know they can do it faster, and we can get it to the customer faster, then why not, right?
Whatever the fastest solution is.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the flexibility that Interroll is going to give you. Okay, so Steve, I think this is going to be our last one. We've used up all of our time today. So let's end this day with, is there a warranty on these drum motors?
Absolutely. Standing behind our product is very important to us. So we offer a 2-year warranty on all of our new production items, and we also have a 90-day warranty on all of our repairs.
All right. So there you have it. We certainly appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you have asked a question and it was not asked on this event, we ask you, please reach out to the Dream Team, reach out to Steve and to Justin and the team there. Also reach out to our website, interroll.com, to find your regional sales manager. And then you can reach out to them and they'll be more than happy to get that information for you. They will be more than happy to get a quote for you. So reach out to them. I'm also going to say, while you're doing that, please check out Interroll on all social media platforms. You're going to find us, obviously, at www.interroll.com. You're going to find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, where you're going to be able to find these fantastic videos. All right, so check those out. YouTube is one of my favorites to check out all the product videos, and let's see what proven Interroll solution we have for you. This is Barry Miller signing off. Hope you have a good day. We look forward to talking to you later.
Thank you.